the hell are you calling me? Because your name is Angela Shelton. What's going on? I'm doing a documentary. A film about all the women in America. We just all happen to be called Angela Shelton. Why Angela? Oh, because it's my name. What are you guys trying to do? We're making a movie about all the Angela Sheltons in the country. I did a search on the internet. I came up with 76. 55 of them were listed. I mean, the other ones, it was like, you know, they were disconnected or something. And out of the 55, 30 of them I actually spoke to. So we're gonna be on the road 60 days, and we're going to see every one of them. Every single one of them has a story. Oh, I'm sad. And you know what's sad? What? Most of them have either been raped, beaten, or molested. Oh, that makes me feel much better. It represents all the women of America, and you represent women in America. You do. Yes, but you do, though. I'm nothing. You're a woman, aren't you? Yes. I am so drunk. Are you? Are you going to remember this conversation? No. Aww. Do you want me to tell you about every Angela Shelton? Yeah.
I'm getting ready to go on a journey. I'm leaving my house and my dog, and I'm going to see every Angela Shelton in the country. The ones that'll talk to me anyways. Hi, this is Angela Shelton in Los Angeles. This might be the weirdest phone call you ever receive, but I'm doing a documentary called Searching for Angela Shelton, and we're going to every Angela Shelton in the country. It's my way of surveying women in America. Oh no, I'm not playing a joke. We're on the road, we have the crew, we have an RV, we're going to 30 different Angela Sheltons. Half of us are white and half are black. I was not born a Shelton. Oh, there's a lot of us that weren't born a Shelton. But like I said, it's not really the name, you know? It's more us as women. And all these women I've spoken to are pretty inspiring and pretty uplifting. And I've been through some pretty hard things. Most of us have been either raped, beaten, or molested. I just found out the Angela Shelton in Charleston tracks sexual predators for a living. And my father lives in Charleston. And he is a child molester. So I'm going here, here, and here, and here, and here. And right down here, I will do what I need to do, I guess.
Well, I admire what you're doing. And I think that it's a great adventure. Can I come?
This place is probably going to be our future. This building's going to be our office, and then 2 retail up in front, 2 retail locations, and then this is going to be kinship office, and upstairs will be office suites.
What's a kinship office?
Kinship is the foster care and adoption.
And that's going to be in here?
Mm-hmm. Their consulting office and their local office.
I was in a foster home. It was horrible. They starved us. She would literally starve us. They took me out of my dad's house, which was incest. I come from a home full of incest. It's so funny, I can talk about my dad all the time, but I can't talk about this foster home. It was so horrible. It's so funny that you said that you're starting one.
Just that, but that was the only one that you were in?
Yeah.
So they got you out of there. I have a girlfriend, she was in foster care too. And that's, but the group doesn't know that. That she didn't even know who her parents were. So she got involved and searched for her family.
Nice.
And she just found them not too long ago.
Really?
Okay, you did good.
Thanks. It makes me so sad. It was such a horrible, horrible time in my life.
But if you hadn't had that time, you wouldn't be where you were now.
That's right.
You know, must have given you a lot of strength. That's
Yeah.
just, you know, whatever happens, there's a reason for it, even though it's difficult.
That's my philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Everything happens for a reason.
I'm excited to come meet you. You still gonna let me come meet you? No. Oh, come on. We're passing right by your house. Yeah, I said so. Bye-bye. I hope you have great luck with your production. Thank you. Maybe won't be with me, but I'd love to have your t-shirt.
And then we happened to be getting gas, and I met this woman, Lori Barr. So what happened?
My daughter, when she was 5, was sexually molested by a 13-year-old. And I prepared her to tell me, but I didn't prepare myself what to do if it should happen, you know. And it was a family that everybody thought was so respectful, and it wasn't. It spreads. It's an epidemic when you are quiet. When I went to the police, they're like, "What are you crying about? He didn't, you know, penetrate. He stuck his dick down her throat." Now, if that isn't penetration, I don't know what is. And it's like, you know, I don't know what you think penetration is, but it was a penetration, it was a violation, and it violated me as well as her. And the way I was handled with, you know, the system is so messed up.
How old was she?
She was 5.
She gave me this pin because she said that she wanted me to have peace of heart.
Because it just, you know, you just gave me peace of heart. You really did.
Oh, you sweetheart.
Oh, I don't know, everything happens for a reason, and I just want you to know this is the best day of my whole life. My daughter and I are in there just, man, I don't know what made you guys come here, but I just want to say thank you so much. Oh.
And I started thinking, oh, my God, here this woman told me that I changed her life, and I'm going on this journey to change my life. Some days I think that I don't know why I'm doing this. And then other days I just, I have to do this. Are you curious to know all the different women in America?
You know, after I taught you, yes, it did get my curiosity up. I was thinking, okay, I wanted to know what color hair, color eyes, are they tall, thin, what they did for a living.
And I am a leisure technologist. I do not work.
I don't know if I'd go see a documentary like this, but you got me interested.
You might if you were in it.
No, it depends on what you put in it.
Do you think anybody's going to want to watch this? I mean, come on.
No, wait a minute. This is supposed to be about me.
No, people,
Me.
people want their $7 back at the movies. We're not liable, are we?
No.
Okay.
How old were you when you got married?
18.
18. So you've been with the same man since you were 18.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you some personal questions?
Sure, you could ask.
Okay. Does that mean you lost your virginity to him?
Oh, yes.
How is that? I mean, the fact that this was literally the first and only man you were ever with.
How is that?
Yeah, how do you feel that you missed out on anything by not exploring it, or do you feel like you gained?
It's completely the opposite. I feel very special. I feel like we've kind of beat the odds. This is a good life. But I truly believe that there's a reason for everything that happens, and that there's a force out there that, I don't know, whether it's God or a spirit or what, that is directing you. And there's, you know, maybe you won't know for 10 years or whatever, but who knows?
I believe that.
Good, because you're an Angela Shelton.
I know, I do. So what would you say to women in America?
To not be afraid to stand up for yourself and be yourself.
Yeah, it's my way of sort of looking at where we're at as women in America and where, you know, what we're up to, where we've been and where we're going, and what we think. I love the fact that you're a school teacher. What do you teach?
I teach middle school band, and usually a wild bunch, but just sort of controlled chaos most of the time.
Are you happy with where you're at?
I am. Looking back, it's been a pretty good life. It's been a very full, a lot of exciting things that I wanted to do and wanted to accomplish. And I'm only 31. There's still a lot out there to do. but I'm very, very happy with where I am. I guess I'd like to give hope to the people that are that feel hopeless, that, I don't know, that need something more.
I'm Angela Shelton in Los Angeles. No. I'm Angela Shelton. But don't come by. How come? Nobody.
I mean, you've got to have self-esteem, and that's probably the hardest thing for people to have, because everybody wants to walk around and feel like that I'm nobody, I can't do it, I wish I was like her, I wish I could be doing that, or I wish I had that, or I wish I looked like that. I feel like we're always discrediting ourselves and not giving ourselves enough credit for who we are and what we're capable of. I'm a dentist and a body practice. I've always been very shy, and it's been very hard for me. But I love my work, and I just won't leave until it's finished. That's my personality. I can't let anything go undone. See the cavity? That's the cavity right there.
This is so stupid. I mean, who would want to watch it? I mean, why? Say it was just about Angie Shelton. I mean, well, that's because it's my name. I mean, it could be Barbara Smith for all I care. Yeah. It's because it's my name. And it's also for me searching for myself, because, you know, I've never been alone. This is the first time in my life I've ever been alone. Really? Ever. I've always been with a man. You know, I have my own issues. You know, I pick men that are abusive, you know, not physically, but verbally or mentally. Seriously, you always have your drug of choice. Me as men. I've given up so much of my life for a guy. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't have men. But you have alcohol. Yeah. I think, you know, you represent a lot of people in the world. Even though I'm drunk off my ass, I'm invisible, really. If anything, I would love to come meet you and give you a big, huge hug and hear you one time say that you are special.
Is there anything you would change about the world if you could?
I'd like to see everybody have some place to live and somebody to love them.
What would you say to women in America?
Go out and try and do everything you want to do. Don't let anybody hold you back. And if you want to do it badly enough and you work hard enough at it, I think you can do it. I never really knew if I could make it through vet school or not, to be honest with you, and I did.
And look what I'm doing. This is my job. I'm just totally inspired by all these women because they're so amazing, and it's almost like I want to run and catch up with all of these women. So I'm sort of like, am I there? And they're so secure. And I'm
just lower than a fucking dog. You know, and I don't know what is lower than a dog, but I just know I was abused. How so? I can't even tell my brother what happened. God knows I can't tell you. Well, Angela, you have to release that. You have to tell. You have to let it come out of your mouth because it'll be so powerful. Oh, my Father. Oh, my God. I don't even want to go there. Did I tell you my story last time we talked? No, I didn't. Well, I was molested by my father and my brother and my stepmother for 5 years. Well, I guess my dad did, but I still can't admit it, babe. You still can't admit what? Angela?
So like I said, this was basically me going around America and seeing how we are as women and what we have to say. We just all happen to be named Angela Shelton.
I think that's wild. My parents were wonderful as far as parents go. Provided me with everything. Couldn't want for anything. Grew up in a beautiful home. But we didn't hardly know anything. Everything was very sheltered. Everything is, this is our family. Everything is very perfect. The world is wonderful. That's what we grew up thinking. But it's not. It's not even close. So I do watch my kids, but at the same time, I don't feel like they're sheltered because I want them to know, I want them to understand.
I think it's really neat that it's showing different women in different situations, and I think it's really neat that women all over the country can see that, and it makes me feel like I'm not alone, that I'm not the abnormal one, that everybody else gets the Brady Bunch family and I, you know, have a different family. So it makes me feel like I'm not alone. My mother has a mental illness. As she got older, the mental illness got worse.
What do you think caused that?
Well, when my mother was growing up, she was actually molested by her father, and my grandparents lived next door to us, so they helped out a lot to make sure that all of me and my sister's needs were met. He was very verbally and physically abusive towards my grandmother.
You ever do anything with any of you kids?
No. My grandmother divorced him, and then she remarried.
Oh, so that's a different grandfather than the one that was violent.
Yes, different.
From a child molester to a wife beater.
Yes. And then my grandfather, that was also the wife beater, was also, you know, if you look at the list for child molesters, he's also on that one too.
How so?
I guess that this girl, or this woman he left my grandmother for, it didn't work out, and then he met another woman, and she had like a 13-year-old daughter. I mean, this is so embarrassing. I guess they seen her, or a fellow shopper was driving past, or riding their shopping cart past his van, and I guess that he was in the van with this 13-year-old on his lap with her top up in the air, and he was fondling her, and he got turned in. Yeah.
Good that he got turned in.
Yeah.
There's something with vans.
Yeah, there's something with vans.
My father drove a van and still drives a van.
Oh, does he? Maybe it's because they have all that extra space in the back where and it's enclosed, you know, and private. So nobody can see what's going on in the van.
And your father, he was a pedophile.
Totally, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So were you abused?
Very much so.
Really? Fucking alcoholic, and you know.
You know how many women are going through the same exact thing?
I know, I'm totally influenced with alcohol, so the only power I have is alcohol. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What do you think about getting help, or going to AA, or going to rehab?
See, I wish I could be what I am when I'm drinking. If there was a pill.
You wish you could be what you are when you're drinking?
Yes.
And what is that?
Able to speak. I praise you.
You what?
Praise you so much. This is a God thing that you started calling
any rivers that you think are uncrossable, or have you any mountain that you can't tunnel through. God specializes in things that are impossible, and He will do what no other power, Holy Ghost power, can do. I tell you, God specializes. God specializes. And He will do what no other power, Holy Ghost power can do.
Oh, he gave me goosebumps. I wish I was a black woman.
My marriage is hard. It's very hard because I have a husband who is deaf, and it seems like I have to work twice as hard as opposed to if I was with someone who is hearing.
Yeah, when I'm at work, the phone rings, they go, hey, Greg, get the phone. Okay, yeah. Oh, my life with Angie is kind of like a fairy tale that will never end. I'm very happy to have her as the money and a friend and a lover. She changed my life and she opened me up. Sometimes you hit a bump into the moment, but you get back on the wheels and you keep going, you know. And so may help another person and benefit them and also themselves too, you know. It's kind of exciting, talking about different Angela Shelton. You know, they're incredible, interesting. It helped bring out more. It helped bring out the other Angela Shelton. It's more going around looking for the others.
Yeah.
It helped it out. It helped each other to understand about each other, different cultures, you know.
I look back on my life, you know, and I'm like, wow, the Lord has spared me. I've been raped at gunpoint, and it was a guy that I was dating.
And I went out with him like a couple of times. And the third time I went out with him, I had suppressed a lot of this. I forgot about the gun to my head and all of that. I forgot about that. I thought that I was over that, but the first time you asked me about the rape, I did not want to talk about it because I didn't realize that I still had some feelings about that. And I never told anybody because I thought it was my fault. I just remember him, the first couple of times we dated, he was kind of aggressive and I didn't like him like that. And the last time we dated, which was the third time, the time he raped me, he put a gun to my head. And he took me, and the thing that really messed me up was he took me to an apartment that one of my cousins lived in, and they were like right next door, and I couldn't call and ask anybody for help. But what I look at now is the strength I had in the midst of being raped, violated. I just act like nothing was going on because he was holding a gun to my head.
I don't like to talk about that, I really don't. It makes me angry. Because he got away with it. That was date rape. To force me, you know what I mean?
Most men get away with it.
Yeah.
That almost happened to me. One time, I almost got raped. Me and my best friend Judy. This was many years ago though. I was 19, 20. We was coming from the movies and he ran behind me and grabbed me from behind by my neck and dragged me in the park. And then from there, I was just fighting for my life because I thought he was trying to rob me, but he was going up my dress, trying to break my panties. He broke my shirt. That was the worst experience I ever went through in my life. But see, he couldn't get anything because my friend did not leave me. And she should. She's so short. She's shorter than you. And she didn't run. She stayed there with me. And we just kept fighting him and kept fighting him until he couldn't take no more. All of us females should stick together. Unity. And that we don't have.
Why not?
Why? That I can't explain. I don't know why females the way they are. Because me, myself, I believe in unity.
I do too. Yes. That's why I'm doing this.
That's right. You know, I think of my daughter. And she keeps me strong. As long as she's here, you know, that's my motivation.
Nice. Did she see your husband abuse you ever?
Yes. Yeah, she saw it.
How did it start?
It started, you know, because he wanted to be controlling. You know, like, because I went against him. He put his hands on me and hurt me and...
How so? Like,
yes,
how so?
I mean, we was going blow for blow, Angela.
Really?
Yes, yes, and I tried to run up the stairs. He grabbed my leg. I fell on the stairs. Oh, my goodness, my roommate was pregnant at the time, and he was fighting me in the house. My daughter was little, and, you know, he tried to hit my roommate, too, and she was, like, 7 months pregnant, you know, and then I hold him down long enough for her to pick up my daughter and run out the house, you know, to call the police.
Was he drunk? Was it anything to do with alcohol? No, it's just rage.
No, it was just rage. Like a time bomb. You never know when it's going to go off. But, you know, I think I handled myself good because I was one of the strong-minded women, you know, to get out of it. I didn't stay around for it, saying to myself, oh, he's going to change, or he's going to change. He's just like this for now because, you know, and try to find excuses for him. Oh, because he's not working. Oh, because he's stressed. Oh, no. He put his hand on you because he want to put his hands on you. Because whether something is bothering him at the time or whatever, I feel it's not right. And no woman should stand for that or go through it. But as long as their self-esteem is low, then of course they will stick with it. Because they feel that, oh, I don't have an education, oh, I don't have no place to go, oh, he's the only one, you know, that I've been with, oh, he does love me. No.
Oh my God. What my father did. What did he do? He fucked my mind. Oh my God, I was rolling a dog. Now he was always in the bedroom, demanding, telling us what we had to do. And what would you have to do? Do you know what my dad used to make me do? He used to make me jerk him off. Hey, that's too weird. My father doesn't remember anything. Well, neither does mine, if that helps you feel any better. It's so funny how they conveniently don't remember anything. Well, he has Alzheimer's. Oh, shoot. Now he really doesn't remember anything. Wow, that's hard. How is that for you? Are you going to therapy? No. I can't afford therapy. I'm fine.
What can you do? But continue. So I'm leaving New York now.
Everything happens for a reason, so that's what all these angels keep telling me.
Go into the light.
If I may be told one woman that she could have faith in herself and do okay, and if she was in a bad situation, that it doesn't always have to be that way. It does get better, and you can get out of a bad situation and turn your life around and make it better for you. Sometimes talking to other women about they've been through, it helps your life.
And even down to my story, my dad.
It's pretty deep.
You know, actually I haven't told the whole story yet. I'm going to do it in North Carolina. But truly, living with a man that beats you, for me, is the most scariest thing. I think that you have been to hell and back.
I know. It's scary when nobody knows about it. When you don't tell your family,
Really? They didn't.
when you don't tell your friends.
Did you have to hide anything?
You can be a pretty honest person and find yourself lying a lot.
Did you pull the whole I fell down the stairs bit?
I have slipped on a rug. No more throw rugs in the house.
Clumsy.
I can't slip. Gosh, why are you so clumsy? But yeah, like I said, you find yourself lying a lot. And that's what I think makes you realize it. You know, you go to domestic and juvenile relations court and it's like, why am I in here with all these people? This isn't me. And it was. And I think one day I was sitting at home. I was at my old place and I was sitting at home and like I said, I was reading through, you know, all of my papers and it was like, that's me. You know, they weren't talking about anybody else.
There are police reports?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did they help you, the police?
I don't think that, I don't know if it's just that they don't want to get involved, but I didn't find that helpful at all. And, you know, I will say, and I think most people are pretty aware of this, I think law enforcement has one of the largest, like, rates of domestic violence, like law enforcement officers. And then if you're married to one, it doesn't help. That's why I didn't want to answer the question. It's like, leave me alone. Let's get. I will be honest with you, I'd rather be by myself the rest of my life than to go through that ever again. You know, when somebody tells you, oh, you're never going to amount to anything, or you're never going to be anything, or you're never going to do this, or, you know, they make you, if somebody makes you feel like your existence is totally dependent on their presence. When somebody makes you feel like that, and then after a while you start to think, okay, you know, will I be all right? I thought, you know, I work hard, I work every day, I can do anything I want to do. And I didn't think that at the time, but I do know that now. I know that now.
How are you today?
Good.
Great.
Do you know Angela Shelton?
No, I don't know her personally.
Do you know where she, is there one here in Irwin?
Yes, there is.
Really?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Hey.
Hey. Angela P. Shelton.
Oh, there is a drive. Let's go through the drive.
Let's
go through the drive. Is this Angie Shelton?
It sure is.
This is Angie Shelton. I found you. nothing now. Can I pull to the window? Okay.
I'm Angela Shelton too, I guess. I'm another one. We're everywhere. Let's just put it that way. Oh, it's true. We are.
How do you feel about what I'm doing?
It's wild, I think. I've never, heard of anybody trying to do anything like this, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to, hitting this close to home. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, men can be cruel. They really can. They can be extremely cruel. And then, of course, it's always the woman's fault. So I've just learned to chalk it up. Okay, I did it. Okay, go on. It's over. So.
Doesn't that hurt you in the long run? Deep
Oh, yeah.
down?
Well, it hurts then, but you can get over anything if you try. You really can.
What's your secret?
What's my secret?
Are you over it yet?
I'm strong-willed. I ain't gonna let nobody bring me down no more. That's my secret.
Is there anything that you would tell American women that are going through turmoil? Advice?
That no relationship is worth you losing the most important thing in your life. None, not one I can think of. Nothing's more important to me than my children, for one. It's, they are my life. And I wouldn't let nobody get me down to the point to where you actually wanted to hurt somebody. Because you will eventually. You really will. And I would hurt somebody over my youngins. Simple. And my daddy. I love my daddy. I love my daddy. My nickname was Daddy's Baby.
Mine was Daddy's Little Girl.
Wasn't? Mine was Daddy's Baby, even on the CB.
So was mine. Daddy's Little Girl on CB.
It was mine, too.
She told me not to show up here. Unless she was drunk. Until she wasn't there, we missed her. She'd already left. She's moved since last I spoke to her. And I'm just gonna go try to find her. She's gonna call me.
I did write notes.
Can I read these notes? I live such a lie is the first one.
Everybody thinks I'm so great, and I'm not. Okay, go to the next one.
Alcoholism is a family tradition.
It is. It's a family tradition.
You've caught me at a very low time in my life. I feel like I'm a failure. I hate living this lie, but I do a pretty good job of it. I love comedians, I love humor, I love to laugh. My acting debut. It's a godsend? What's a godsend?
You.
That's nice.
No, really. Angela. You are Angela.
You're Angela too. We're all Angela. Oh. You gotta stop with that. I don't think you're ugly at all.
Yes.
You know what? That's like your father saying to you, what did he used to say to you?
Lower than a dog.
You're lower than a dog. Yeah, that's lovely.
But I am.
So you believe him? Oh, sweetie. Can I give you a hug?
Lights just went out, heaters on the candles burning, stomachs churning. You can't even think. No one you can call. No one wants to hear. Failures now and yet somehow you feel someone is near. You are not alone. This too shall pass, I know. You could crawl in a hole and die, but why? It's a lie. Close your eyes, go to sleep, child. Today just isn't your day. Tomorrow it might not be this way. Keep fighting, keep breathing, keep living anyway. This house is not your home, hold on, okay?
His father. And my father? Yeah. Oh, you want to know what's funny? Is my father lives in Charleston, South Carolina. Yes, he does. And there's an Angela Shelton that lives in Charleston, South Carolina. And you know what she does for a living? She tracks sexual predators. No, I mean, see, you freak me out.
So I love coming down to the end with you, like I'm barreling down to the end now. And all these Angelas have represented so far all the stages of self-discovery, really, from Sammamish, the one in Washington who says it's so stupid. It's just like society when you have something creative that you want to do, that you're going to have so many people that are like, this is so stupid, what are you doing, it's never going to work. To Kentucky and Kansas, who represent for me, you have to work hard. To Detroit, that you have to have faith. No matter what, for me, it's no matter what faith you have. It's whatever it is. It's Buddha, Allah, if you're Jewish, if you're Christian, whatever. To New York, that you are literally not the only one. To Richmond, who was, beaten for years upon years upon years, and finally left him and built her own home. No matter where you've been or what you've been through, you can build your own home.
Yeah.
To me, with you, you so much represent that you've got to fight back.
What would you want the world to know about you?
I guess I'm just a hard worker, and I'm really looking to just make a difference in the world. No matter whatever option comes to me, I like to get in and let's make things better. But when I was adopted by the Sheltons when I was 5 days old. So I was born to a really young girl. Her parents, the story I hear is that her parents were embarrassed that she was pregnant.
Is there anything you'd want to say to your birth mom?
Well, I might cry.
That's okay. I'm crying.
I think, I don't know, I always thought I would tell her thank you because I know she couldn't take care of me. And I know she did what was best for me. And I think what a wonderful woman she must have been to keep me for 5 days and take care of me and fly with me to a different state. And then before a judge, say, this is my child, and I want her to have a better life. They were embarrassed that she was pregnant and didn't want this baby around. They didn't want to hurt their social life. If 40% of Angela Sheltons have been somehow abused, what does that say about women in general? I think a woman should have a plan. And just say, you know what? Bad things can happen to me, and this is my plan if it happens, and hopefully it never will. Like with my husband, before we got married, I said, you ever lay a hand on me, I'm out the door and I will never be back. I mean, I think that's what women have to do. You can't be a pushover.
You have to say, look, this is my boundary. I'm not moving past my boundary, and if you're not willing to live with my boundary, then see you later.
If there was that many Angela Sheltons that were treated like that, just think how many more women that are not Angela Sheltons that have been treated the same way.
They say she never really knew.
So people, they knew he was abusing you guys?
Well, my parents, they were married and 6 years, and they had me. And when I was 3, my father left my mother for her best friend. Her best friend had 2 kids, my stepbrother and my stepsister. So I went to live with them. It was the perfect little home, little white house, dog. And, you know, he was marrying the woman that would allow him to have the children and allow him to, you know, be a pedophile and not do anything about it. Actually, she was a major culprit in it.
And any female that could sit back and watch their child go through an abuse like that need to be smacked and in jail themselves.
I actually went to live with them because at 3, my mom, she asked me who I wanted to live with. And I said, Daddy, because his wife made Kool-Aid. And I would live there from 3 to 8. About me growing up, is there anything you would have done differently?
Oh, sure. Right. I would have never let you go live with your father in the first place.
The decision was because everyone thought at the time that they were looking out for your best interest. You were the most important part of the subject at the time.
Would you have still thought that now?
Oh, now that I know that your father did what he did to you? No. Who would have ever thought that, though? Who would have ever... That was the deceiver.
Yeah, because he made a perfect picture.
He sure did.
He was with the wife and the dog and the 2 kids.
Yeah, he knew how to appear as though he had it all together. He was the perfect American family.
When all this started, it was drilled into our head. Something that happens in people's homes, but you just don't talk about it. It's understood that you don't talk about it. And then, when we did talk about it, and we went through court, everybody just made us feel like that is disgusting. We don't want to know what happened. Don't talk about it. Just get on with your life. This is something that was in the past. Just live on with your life. Don't even talk about it. And you get to the point where you believe it really is something disgusting, and you don't talk about it. And then it means that there's something wrong with you that happened to you.
You have to sort of come to a place where you're ready to deal with it. And if you're not ready, it's not going to do you any good to talk about it.
My father would be in the bedroom, naked, on the waterbed. When I went in there, I would have to go in with my sister.
Oh my God.
But I never had to go in by myself. I'd have to go in there and we'd have to jerk him off.
Oh my God, Angela.
He did everything you can possibly do with a child other than actual intercourse. He was actually poised to insert and said, oh, not yet. We can't do it yet.
She was too small for him to put his penis inside of her. So he would insert crayons and magic markers.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. That is like the most craziest thing that I could ever imagine.
I don't think any child should go through any type of experience like that.
And nobody ever filed charges?
Oh, no, what happened is my brother told. And when he told his father called social services and social workers came and picked my sister and I up at school and took us directly from school to a foster care. We never went home again. That was pretty traumatic.
And your father's never charged with anything?
At the point that the judge made the decision on custody, the next step would be to put them in jail. And your mom and my dad didn't want to put us through a public trial, which is what it would have been. We would have had to get on the stand in front of a jury, in front of open court.
It would have been televised.
And they made the decision that they didn't want that to happen.
Well, before that, way before that, when he was married to my mom, he was a counselor in a boys' juvenile delinquent home. Predators are always in those type of jobs.
And they're the kind of people you would think wouldn't do it.
Never. He's always had a job where he travels, always in a van.
How frightening is that?
Yeah. When I was a kid, he was the candy man.
Oh my God. What a nightmare.
Child molesters always have a van.
Yeah. Well, he had the van, the candy van.
Filled with candy.
With the boxes. But he would take the boxes out, put a mattress in the back of the van, and that's what we took when we went to the nudist camp.
It was the family vacation.
After we got in the van, we were told, okay, it's time to get naked. Get naked. Get your clothes off. And we would ride on that mattress, the three of us in the back, and he would sit in the front with Mom, fondle her.
It was not like my father was secretly sneaking into the rooms and molesting us. Oh no, my stepmother was opening the door and sending her children in there to be molested by him. Then my stepmother was molesting us. She would walk around without her top and make a suckle on her breasts while she smoked menthol cigarettes. The memories that you have sometimes. And then behind all that, my brother was molesting us. And he to this day will not talk about it. I'm gonna try to get him to talk about it, but he won't talk about it. I haven't really talked to him since I was 8. The last time I talked to him was when I was 18, 10 years ago, and I came down here like the black sheep of the family with all the court papers, and he completely avoided me then.
Maybe by being so vehemently opposing it, in opposition of it, I was contributing to the culture of silence that goes along with this.
And now we're going there, and I don't really know how I feel. All right, here I go. I'm making it right. What do you think about what I'm doing?
Okay, God's honest truth. I think that you're looking for something. I think that you're working through something. And I hope that you find what you're looking for. I hope that you get out of this what you need to get. That's why I'm here. That's the only reason I'm here. I have no need to go back through all this.
Do you think all the things that you went through were products of being molested?
No. No. And really, it's impossible to sit down and have an ABC list of this happened because of this and this happened because of that. I mean, if I really wanted to sit down and have a pity party, I could say, you know, I was really dealt a lousy hand because I started off being molested. Then I wound up being gay in one of the most conservative areas of the country. And I've had so many people ask me, do you think you're gay because you were molested? You know? Well, short answer, no. Long answer, yes, with a but. You know? I was not his focus.
My dad used to make her pose.
Lisa was a pedophile's dream. And Lisa had, you know, a look about her, not a look that she cultivated, but Lisa had a look about her that he responded to.
I went through guilt, major guilt, because that's my dad.
The guilt that I went through was, and I think this is the guilt that most molested children go through, is that there was a part of me that enjoyed it. It was exciting. Because there is a natural inclination to be sexual.
Yeah.
But it was too early. It would be exactly the same as if I had been given a stick of dynamite and sent out to play and blew something up. Because I just wasn't ready for what I was handed. There was no, it wasn't right. You don't give a child sexuality. They're not ready to handle it. And that was the difference. And it took me a while to realize, just like you, sexuality is okay. we were just exposed way too early.
Yeah.
And by totally the wrong people. And some of the things that I have done have been the hardest things to deal with.
What you did to Lisa and I was only learned behavior.
That's by far the most horrible part for me. That is the thing that I've had the most difficult time dealing with. That is my nightmare. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that I've avoided you.
I forgive you.
Thank you. I'm working on forgiving myself.
What you did was, learned behavior.
And the mental, logical side of my mind, of my brain knows that. But the emotional part of me is having to catch up. I want it to be okay for you. That's why I'm here. That's why I agreed to do this.
It is okay for me. It's just hard.
I know it is.
I have a weird sense of protecting him.
Mm-hmm.
That's, that's my job.
I know exactly how you feel. Exactly. Because there are parents. They're the only ones that you get. I mean, you love them because that's who they are.
I'm so sorry for what he did.
It's not your fault. It had nothing to do with you.
I know. But it's my dad. I feel like I'm on a crusade to fix all the things that he ever did to kids,
You can't fix it all.
I know. I can try.
So many people don't want to hear it.
No, they don't. It's kind of one of those taboo subjects. Even if they've experienced it, they don't want to hear other people talk about it. It's bury it deep and kind of embarrassing.
And actually, it's really not embarrassing.
No.
I mean, because so many of us go through it.
But nobody else knows everybody else goes through it.
Right, exactly.
You know?
But I get to go see him.
What are you going to say to him?
I have no idea.
Are you going to let him know that...
I've let him know already once in a letter, but he didn't respond.
You going to see him?
Yeah, there's an Angela Shelton that lives in his town. And guess what she does for a living?
What?
Tracks sexual predators. That's what I said.
That'd be beautiful. Wow, and I love that idea. Expose him.
We need to teach others how to talk about it so they can get it out. Because if you don't get it out, you keep on pushing it down. If you keep on pushing it down, then it keeps on spreading.
And you better remember, you got a whole lot of people back here waiting for you to lead them in the right direction. So where you going?
If I was in your place, I'd be knocking on his door. I think that you really need to confront them because I think in the end it's going to make you a better person.
I gotta go see Papa.
Yep. You gotta do it.
Stay strong.
This is it.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that you're working through something. And I hope that you find what you're looking for.
I want a hug. Isn't that weird? God, give me strength. God, give me strength. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Happy Father's Day.
What in the world? How are you? Can we talk now?
Yeah.
What are you doing, sweetheart?
Well, I'm driving around the country making a movie, and I'm seeing every Angela Shelton in the country.
Well, what's the dad belt for?
All roads lead to you, Dad. This is Gallo.
you
It's
doing?
my cameraman.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey.
Happy Father's Day.
What a Father's Day.
You know what? Do you
Yeah.
have one that's not striped?
Yep, that'll do better, right?
Because it's gonna
It'll
look weird.
line, it'll blur.
Welcome to hell. What about when Lisa and I jerked you off? Do you remember that?
I remember one time being, and it wasn't jerked off, I was never jerked off, that there was a picture or something that we took.
There was a whole photo album of Polaroids.
No, it wasn't a picture. It wasn't a picture. And that there was a rub down involved, and that was the last time. But there was no jerking off. And then when you put in that letter that you were there.
I was there. I remember that. That was the only time I was ever in the room with Lisa. The rest of the time she was alone in the room. And I only knew...
Well, y'all were fully clothed.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. But there was no ejaculation. But I don't even remember you being there. I don't remember, but I didn't. But there was no ejaculation period. I mean, that's vile. And I made stupid mistakes about the nudist colony and running around with their clothes off. But
yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I know, but I didn't do any of that other shit.
He did everything you can possibly do with a child other than actual intercourse.
How come everyone would be lying then?
I don't know if it's really classed as a lie.
It's amazing to me that he's not in jail. Amazing. I mean, he was the candy man. He owned that arcade. You know, when I went and picked up those court papers,
They
they
remember.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was walking around. I'm like, wasn't there an arcade here once? And this guy at this hardware store goes, oh yeah, it was some child molester. I'm like, wow, that's my dad. It just seems crazy to me that they would be lying.
Well, honey,
I mean, do you think that you blocked that out?
No, I didn't block it out.
I kept telling the attorney, I said, look, we don't have to go to court. There's a whole picture book full of this stuff. All you have to do is get a search warrant and go get the picture. You know, they're all there. And they were. And I'm sure they were destroyed before the hearing or whatever.
Over the years, things get... It's almost like the story of the Halley's Comet. And I know you've heard that, you know, where somebody sees something in the sky, they don't know what it is, and then all of a sudden, after it goes 20 times, or think about it, or try to repeat the story, it gets to where it's almost like a piece of the moon or a piece of another planet falling to the earth. It's not, I mean, it just keeps adding to and adding to. But I promise you, that's all I can say. And the same thing again is that God treat me terrible. I mean, because I didn't do that. And I wouldn't do that. I mean, that is absolutely, that's sick. I mean, sick. And I would never, ever. I respect the woman too much to do that.
And I mean, aside from everything else, this just has to be said, he was a jerk. I'm sorry. I know he's your dad, but he was an ass.
And I'm not saying that anybody, I don't know. It's just that over the years, our thoughts, our people talking, and people putting, well, did that happen or did this happen? Maybe it did. And I mean, and after all these years, God knows, a kitten has all of a sudden become a tiger. I mean, in that kind of a, comparison.
Told the lawyer that was their way of life, their sex training.
Sex education in the home was his excuse.
But all I know is that I did not do that. I swear to it. And
Do you know what Stephen used to do to us?
only thing I ever know is what he said that he tried to do something with you one time, but no, I don't know anything else.
No, it was constant. We always played games. We gave him head. He gave us head.
Or you was sick. Oh.
He put broomstick up his ass. He put the handle of the mirror up his ass and walk around.
Oh, Angie. Oh.
And at 12 years old, I don't think you just learn that. I mean, you don't just wake up one day and say, I want to put a broom handle in my ass.
Well, where are you saying he got that from?
Oh, now I'm wondering.
Well, I didn't do anything. I swear to God, Angie, I mean, damn. I mean, holy mackerel. No way.
Sympathy for him would be too strong a word. I guess I kind of feel about him the way you would feel about a rabid dog.
I'm not trying to be a psychiatrist here or a psychologist, but I don't know if it was possible, and I'm just using that very loosely, for something to be transferred. I mean, what I mean that is that if all this stuff did happen, and I don't have any doubt not to believe you, that over the course of time, since I'm so-called the villain, that it was me subconsciously instead of Stephen.
No,
and I would never use the word lie.
Distinct memory of the waterbed and the green shag carpet, the A-frame, in the hallway, standing there, opens the door, Sinsley's sitting there, you're on the bed, naked. Shut the door, and she took me away, so I didn't hear anything.
No, I don't know why or where that came, but that, Angie, that did not happen.
I distinctly remember that, having to jerk him off on that table. And on the stand, I was telling him.
And the waterbed. I can't stand waterbeds to this day. I hate them. I don't, it's not a conscious reason. There's just something about that repulses me.
I did not do it. I did not do it. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that I've always heard that there's such a strong relation between brother and sister. That there's no, I don't know. I'm just wondering. And like I said, over the years, her mother and I divorced. I'm the villain. If, again, maybe that I became Stephen, so to speak. I mean, in essence. I don't know. I'm just drawing at straws right now. But all I know is that I did not do it. And I can't say it enough. I can't. It's repetitive. I mean, I did not do it. And that's all I can say. And if you want me to, because it's the gospel truth, I can put it on my tombstone. I did not do it. And I wouldn't be the least bit afraid of anything happening, because I didn't do it. That's about the most point-blank way I can say it. I love you, and I did not do it. I want us to go forward. I'm not stupid enough. I mean, I want you, and I want you in my life, but I'm not going to sit here and feel like that the only way that I can have you in my life is to admit to something to make you feel better that I swear to God as my witness I didn't do. Because I didn't do it. That's a promise in blood. Our blood. I did not do it. I'm not a manipulator as such.
You lie.
What? In regards to what?
Yes, you are. You've always been a salesman of somehow.
Well, yeah, okay.
You're driving me crazy.
Well, it's driving me crazy.
All I wanted was some closure with you and to talk about it with you, and for you to...
That's what I'm trying to do. But it's not true, and I am not going to sit here just to try to, quote, quote, make you happy and admit that I did something I didn't do. I didn't do it. And that's all I can say, is that, Jesus Christ.
All right, I'll let you go to church.
All right. Well, listen, it's just a dad saying it. Be careful. And please enjoy life.
I do, very much.
Well, I mean all aspects of it. I want you to be able to somewhere say, fuck the past. I'm Angela Shelton. I'm going forward one step at a time from today. And do it. Take one step, and every step is a brand new step. You've got a beautiful life ahead of you. I'm very proud of you. But, honey, I'll say it one more time, and then I'm not going to say it again. Because I've said it enough. I did not do those terrible things. And that's it.
I had to stop this RV because I'm so fucking pissed off! I can't fucking believe that I fucking sat there and talked to him this whole fucking time! And I didn't fucking know him! Fuck you! Fuck! I'm so fucking pissed off! Ah! 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 What did you say? I had to stop and have a little therapy with my therapist along some deserted road. And I told her exactly what happened, and he sat there and just fucking denied everything! Everything! You fuck! And she talked about how it totally fucks with my own reality, and you actually sit there and think that that really didn't happen. You actually start thinking in your head, questioning yourself. My fucking sister! He put fucking crayons! Fucking crayons! Fuck you! 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 Shit! Oh my God, it's a graveyard. Fuck. Okay.
You can't pretend like it didn't happen, but you have to be able to face it and then move on.
You have to parent yourself. And I wanted to just lose it on him, and then I'm thinking it's completely
A waste of your energy.
yeah.
As much as I would hate some of the things that we've talked about to be shown, they may be important for other people who have been through what we have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so searching for closure. And you have to give it to yourself. How do you feel?
The good thing is that you're strong enough to break the cycle. And then from you, let the new generation start up all this crap having nothing to do with your life.
You have a long life ahead of you to be angry. It takes so much energy to be angry and to be mad at somebody for what they did. I see a lot of suffering, and I wanted to give something back to the community, so I decided that I was going to go down and work at the child abuse center. It's when I learned that you bring your children up to think, watch out for strangers and the bad guy, but nobody says, watch out for Uncle Joe. And so usually they're the abusers. But I learned a lot, and it just broke my heart. I couldn't do it. I was of no help to them because it just made me so sad. So I knew that I can't work with kids. I can't do it.
You can work with the elderly.
Well, yeah, I can.
Just as important.
Well, bless those that can work with the kids, because I would just be in tears all the time. I think it's sad, that there's people out there that would abuse children. Any parting wisdom, Miss Lillian?
doing to others that you would have them doing to you, I think is one of the greatest things, and that's what we all have to try to do.
And you have to let those people not ruin your life because of what they did. You have to put things aside. You have to forgive, and I don't know if you have to forget. You know, you can't ever forget, because if you forget, then things keep, the same thing might keep happening.
I had to forgive him for what he did. I had to forgive him to move on with my own life. You know how you're working a jigsaw and all of a sudden you put one piece in and you can see what the picture's going to be?
Hey! How you doing? I'm good to see you at long last. I know, right? And you're a nurse.
I'm an MRI tech.
MRI tech.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the medical field. How come all the angels are nurses?
I don't know.
Nurses
They're
are
all
teachers.
angels.
Be careful how you treat people, because you could be entertaining an angel.
Or an Angela.
Or an Angela, yeah.
You see so many people's lives that have taken turns different from yours, and it could have easily have been me. Any wrong turn that was made, it could have been me. We need to come together first as women, you know, and not just black women, not just white women, but just as women in general, because that's our bond.
Unity. You stick together because together you can win the battle, you can win the war.
There's a force out there that is directing you.
We're all angels.
My Muslim name is Malika, which means angel in Arabic, and it's the men's name and the women's name.
I know it always feels like we have to come with a big giant cardboard check. Like, you won! You're my last Angela, I'm really sad.
Well, no, you're the last one. Are you disappointed with your Angela Shelton?
Not at all. They're all very inspiring. So Angela, explain to me your headdress.
A lot of Muslim women wear it because it says in the Quran to wear it so you'll be recognized as a Muslim and not molested.
What would you change about the world if you could?
Tell people never lose hope, because there's always hope for the next day. And as you see the new sunrise, put a smile on your face and remember that.
There came a point in my life that I had to say, this is who I am. This is, you know, these things have happened. I can't spend the rest of my life wondering why. I have to deal with what I have. And so I went on.
And I think sometimes you just need to live a little and hurt a little before you realize what your purpose is.
How did you build yourself back up?
I will say, first of all, my family. If it was not for my family, I don't know what I would have done.
And we always give a good advice.
We stood behind it in everything we thought was right. And we always encouraged her.
And most of the time it's love. That's the main thing, is love.
My mom had always told me, you know, that God would never put more on me than I could bear. And at the time, I thought, well, God, you know, I'm getting there. It's about that time. I can't bear anymore. And then it seemed like the moment that I was at the end just got better and kept getting better.
I used to get kind of violent, even though I have a little voice. But yeah, but I'm past all that now. I don't have to do that. I mean, I've got...
What changed?
Actually, a lot of it came with my relationship with God and praying and asking to grow and to change and to be a better person, which is what I'm striving to do.
I definitely renewed my faith in the universe. I had some amazing spiritual experiences. I met some amazingly spiritual women. Even though we don't necessarily have the same beliefs, I think that we're praying to the same God.
So, assalamu alaikum.
God specializes in things that are impossible, and He will do what no other power, Holy Ghost power, can do.
That's why I know that it's a God, you know. He came into my life and I wasn't alone anymore. And I just was everyone do what I do, you know, and feel good about themselves. And get rid of the lower than a dog syndrome. Yes. A lot of us, especially abuse victims, feel that we're unworthy or unlovable. And, you know, we really are doing that to ourselves. Really, it's about making a choice. You know, what they did to you does not define who you are. And you gotta love yourself. Yeah. You gotta. Oh, I know, and I do now. Did I just hear the anonymous Angela Shelton say she loves herself? Yeah, we'll get there.
Praise God.
Praise God! Hallelujah! Praise God! Woo, praise! Give him some praise!
Awesome. You can really do anything you want to do. As long as we all support each other. But actually, number one, support yourself.
There is nothing that any man, anywhere, can do to make you you.
No relationship is worth you losing the most important thing in your life. Nothing's more important to me than my children.
My boys growing up, you know, I want to make sure that they're treating women with respect and having their own self-esteem and not needing to victimize someone.
Don't let anybody hold you back.
I'm only 31. There's still a lot out there to do. I've gotten more involved in Bible studies and really learning more about what the big picture is and how I should live my life and what God has planned for me. Just sort of given me a sense of hope and just a direction in my life.
Maybe if a woman is in a low time in her life, or even a young girl, you know, to let her know that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Seeing my father was not necessarily memorable. It was very hard and very, yeah, I have a lot of anger towards that.
I just want to put my foot up his ass.
Yeah.
He's such a liar that he's not so much denying it, he's just lying, because he'll sit there and admit to, oh, okay, well, maybe a couple times, like, you know, there was some stuff that happened, maybe a couple times, but then I swear I didn't do anything.
Just because you have a parent, it doesn't mean that they have to be in your life. And I completely just let go, and what a weight lifted off of me.
Everybody has a story. Everybody comes from a different place. But bottom line, I think everybody's goal is to be loved, to fit in, to feel good about themselves, and to feel like they at least made their mark somewhere. I'm here, I did the best I could do, I'm proud of what I did, and I'm still going.
There comes a time in your life that you are no longer merely the product of your parents. There comes a time in your life that you become your own person, and yes, bad things may have happened to you, but it's your decision how the rest of the story goes.
I'm gonna cut into my There. How's that? There's a white trash shirt.
That's me.
I'm no longer searching for me. I feel rejuvenated. I feel like a different person. I feel like I learned a lot on this trip. And I'm seriously thinking. This trip has made me really think. I'm just gonna keep thinking.
Oh, life works in mysterious ways, doesn't it? Yes, it does.
Everybody said that you looked funny. You'll never make it.
Hey, Wahoo.
Hey.
Do you know Angela Shelton?
I know one of them. Now I know the one behind the camera now. Just met her.
Cause now you're in it for the long haul, down that long road. Don't let this town get you, don't let that door hit you. But if they shut one door, then you open another. There's no telling where you'll go from here. And if
We can't find Angela Shelton. She decided to leave.
Make your path and just stay in the clear. So be wise, be strong.
What do you think about me traveling around the country and interviewing every Angela Shelton?
Go for it if that's what you like to do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You see America that way.
What do you think about America?
I think it's great.
Anything you'd change?
Nah.
What do you think about the fact that all these women that I've interviewed, a large portion of them have either been raped, beaten, or molested?
Doing a woman like that ain't right. Now for y'all to or something like that.
That's fine.
Right.
Thought it was becoming and it made you mad for a while. But anger is not your style. It never has been, it never will be. Don't let these people trip you, don't let that door hit you. But if they shut one door, then you open another. There's no telling where you'll go from here. And if they take your spirit, keep your soul undercover. Make your path and just stay in the clear. So be wise, be strong, be you. There's nothing that you can't do, my dear. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. They said you never make it. They all forgot your name. They've never seen an angel. So who's the hell to blame? They've never heard your music, so they can't remember your song. They keep on slamming that door.
Hi!
But you
This is
just
you.
keep
I mean, me.
moving on. But if they shut one door, then you open another. There's no telling
Do you know Angela
where
Shelton?
you'll go from here. And if they take your spirit, keep your soul undercover. Make your path and just stay in the clear. So be wise, be strong, be you. There's nothing that you can't do. Be wise, be strong, be you.
Do you think I'm crazy?
No.
There's nothing that you can't do. Be wise, be strong, be you.
Do you have any advice for me?
On what?
On life.
Enjoy.
I think you're all right because you're on the right track.
You think I'm on the right track?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Be wise, be strong, be you. 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 Be wise.
Shit. I can't even tell you the dream I just had. I saw that green stuff all over my face.
What the hell was that?
That was for my dad.